Hello and welcome back to The Mormon and the Jew. I'm Josh Edelman. Joining me is real life Seth.
Whoa, I'm
today.
back.
Real life Seth
Feels
is
good.
back.
Feels
we recorded an episode last week about, the Mom Donnie win and all the enthusiasm I, as a dirty Democrat, was feeling post-election.
Right.
And of course all that went to shit. Just instantaneous. All of it just went to shit.
No, this is good.
Like I didn't release it the next day, and then the Democrats caved on the shutdown, and it was a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, 8 moderates voted their conscience. And
Oh,
so.
please. Oh, please, these fucking corporate stooge pieces of shit. This is my attitude. This is my attitude now.
Yeah.
I think, you need to hold it all hostage.
Sure.
Because,
Okay.
because here's the thing. All 8 Democratic senators
Yeah.
that happen to have a conscience are also all not up for re-election or they're not running for re-election.
Yeah.
So what I say is you need to now primary every single fucking Democratic senator, because it's like all right, these are the ones who won't vote.
Yeah.
Because it's like you need to put the pressure on. It's like in the military when one person fucks up and everyone has to run laps.
Right.
That's what you need to do. You got to make them all deal with the primary now.
Look, I think they should all, every time the government shuts down, they should take an enormous pay cut. Every last one of these people.
Everyone.
Every one of
Here's
them.
the thing: none of those people are getting their money, their real money, from the government. None of them are
I know, it's all inside trading,
paying their taxes
on their
none
salary.
Are paying their bills with their salary.
It's all their capital gains.
It's all Nancy Pelosi's.
Right. I don't know how I kept picking winners. How did I keep picking winners? I don't know. I just know the stock market.
So I don't really think you can hit them financially in a way that
fair
matters.
Enough. Maybe
personally.
Maybe not. But I think the incentives, like you're saying, primary everybody, but I think that skews our incentives. Rather, let's make everybody not eligible for re-election and just vote the way they should.
Yeah, but you can't, there's nothing you can, the only thing you can really do is primary somebody who would have been the no vote if they had been the one not up for re-election.
I mean, I guess really the end
Schumer,
is...
I am not voting for this, and I'm standing, meanwhile, he's in the background, like, all right, we need you guys to vote for this.
Yeah. So do you think the 8 voted because they were like, whatever, no one can touch me, I'm just going to get past this? And it has nothing to do with how I feel about the situation? Or do you think they were voting because they said, okay, I'm actually going to now represent my constituents who brought me here, and I'm going to do the thing that's best for them, rather than like...
My opinion is,
do you know what I mean?
It's probably whatever corporate donors...
they just flip the switch? They're like,
all right,
now it's
we
time.
Want this done.
Yeah.
We want end this.
And you think everybody in politics is bought, or there are certain politicians...
I don't think Bernie is bought.
You don't?
I don't think Bernie is
okay.
bought. I don't think AOC is bought.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't.
But where does their money come from?
But Bernie
has quite a bit of wealth.
Yeah, but he's got it from book sales.
It's all from book sales?
Yeah, that's where his money comes from.
I haven't read a single one.
Who's
buying these books?
Bernie is a huge celebrity.
I know. It's so sad.
Why is that sad?
No, it's fine.
But I'm saying I don't think Bernie is bought. I think he's never afraid to stand up. I've never seen
Bernie. It's independent wealth for him.
I love LeBron James.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why doesn't he pay what he thinks everyone should pay in taxes then?
What do you mean?
Well, why if he is so like
Bernie?
Yeah.
I think Bernie does. Well, you don't know what Bernie's taxes are.
But I feel like his tax rate that he wants is much, much higher. Why doesn't he redistribute his own wealth then on his own volition?
He's trying to tax himself.
Is he?
Yes.
How, with what?
He's trying.
I haven't heard any of his tax plans for a long time.
Because he's no longer running.
I know.
It's been 6 years.
And he should have won in 2016. You and I agree. He should have won.
He should have won in 2020.
Yeah.
But regardless of what, it's kind of
Okay.
like it's like with LeBron, who I love LeBron. I love LeBron.
What about
but like you'll
Bronny?
see LeBron standing up for like social issues,
Yeah.
and then suddenly people start talking about China, and LeBron goes radio silent. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
there's LeBron still bought and paid for in a way, but you never see Bernie like not touching something.
Okay.
Bernie will speak out against anything he doesn't agree with.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So
Yeah, fair enough.
So
All right. But I would agree with you. I think the incentives in Congress are completely skewed by
it's
private equity.
It's ridiculous. It's Citizens United.
Yeah.
But the bigger news right now, just when the Democrats thought they couldn't win,
Yeah.
a bunch of Epstein docs drop.
Hot diggity dog, baby.
Now, I would like to understand, what is the Mormon Church's opinion on pedophilia?
Okay, well, I don't really speak for the whole church, but it might shock you to find out we generally don't like it.
Generally.
Yeah.
There are exceptions, though.
No, there are no
Are
exceptions.
there any stories in, like, the Mormon is like, and he married a 12-year-old?
Oh, I mean, if you go back far enough, Joseph Smith married 14-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was in the 1800s,
But and
right?
this guy's
So,
like totally cool with you guys.
Joseph Smith, kind of a big deal.
This guy can do no wrong.
I wouldn't say he can do no wrong, but he was the prophet of the Restoration. But you ask about pedophilia, like
So Republicans,
that is, I don't think anybody would say. I don't know. There are
You're
definitely
saying- you're
people
saying-
who would say
we're saying
Joseph
you're-
Smith was a pedophile, but
You're-
those who are in the
you're-
church are
you're
like,
saying-
that's not why.
You're saying that the church is against pedophilia, but they feel like the age of consent should maybe be moved down to 14.
in current today, absolutely not. Absolutely
but it was okay
not.
back then.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it was just an absolute different time in the 1800s.
It was an absolute different time. Yeah.
Wasn't it? I mean,
I guess it was.
I think so.
It was a very dark time.
I mean, sure.
I guess
Sure.
Trump's just trying to make America great again.
If we could go back to the real beauty of the 1800s, we would all be happier. Yeah,
I will give the Mormon Church this. I think they're better on pedophilia than the Catholic Church.
fair enough. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll
Better
take
than
that.
the Catholic Church.
Yeah, there's obviously, anytime you have a disparate power struggle and you throw religion into it, there's a problem.
There's a problem.
There's going to be problems.
You look back at these books,
Absolutely.
and there's
there's
issues.
problems. But as a whole, no, pedophiles are not
But I think
irredeemable,
a lot of people,
but that's terrible.
people view Trump as a prophet.
I know, which I don't understand.
Yeah, I know you don't understand because you already have your prophet.
Well, I mean, we have prophets, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, and Trump is not one
So
of
they're
them.
just like, listen, our prophets fuck 14-year-olds. It's just a thing. If you're going to be a prophet, you got to fuck some
look,
kids.
There was never anything explicit in the 2000 documents that said he was having sex with children.
In the 2000 documents
Right? In
about
the
Joseph
new release?
Smith or
No.
Trump?
No. We're talking about Trump.
Well, you had Epstein saying that Trump spent hours with one of the victims, just
right,
talking.
Right. But
just-
is the
just chat-
victim? Yeah.
You
They
know-
were just
you know-
chatting politics
you
and
know
economics.
Trump's history of loving, just
They were-
having long, deep
He's a
philosophical conversations.
He's a fashion
with children.
aficionado. They were talking
children.
clothing. They were talking name brands.
Ugh.
I don't know though. This is something that I'm ignorant on. Are all of the victims in the Epstein case underage, or are they just victims because they were sex trafficked?
I mean, I guess one is.
I don't think-
guess one is better
Obvious.
than the other.
I think there is a
I
clear
guess
like.
it's better.
It's
I
still
guess-
all bad.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, but were there 4
I
people
guess
in the fatal car
I guess
crash,
I
or
could,
2?
I guess I could better handle being sex trafficked now than when I was a child.
Yeah, I would hope so.
But what does it matter?
No, I understand that. I'm just saying though that it is a different allegation, right?
There are different allegations, but I do believe they are a cabal. We are being run by a cabal
Yeah.
of pedophiles.
Fair enough.
Just as QAnon has been saying all along, they just kind of got lost in the
And
in
who
the
was
weeds
who.
of who it was. It is, you know.
Pizzagate? Are you
It's this
where do you
amazing
fall?
thing, you know. They always say
who's they?
they,
Okay.
just the general they. Well, it's always like you ever see somebody.
Some people would say you're they.
I'm saying you ever see somebody who's
Yeah.
always paranoid about something?
Yes.
They're always paranoid that somebody's doing something.
Absolutely.
They're usually doing that thing. Because
in some
because
form
in
that's
their,
happening.
in their brain.
Yeah.
This is what people do.
Yes.
You know, someone who's like constantly like joke stealing, they're probably
Joke
stealing jokes.
Yeah.
Because they just think that's
So you believe
what
in
people...
projection a little bit. We
Oh,
project.
I think the Republican Party is the projection party.
Okay. All right.
Now, would you rather...
And Democrats don't project at
would
all?
you rather pay more in taxes
Okay.
or have the government run by a cabal of pedophiles?
I don't know if we have an either or. I think what happens is both. I think we pay the cabal more. I think that's what happens.
But you're saying you'd rather... But I'm just saying...
I don't
I'm
trust-
giving you options.
Yeah.
I'm giving you
Yeah,
options.
thank you so much.
Your options are...
Yes. I can't wait.
Your options are
Yeah.
more taxes.
Yeah.
5% more. 5. It's a lot. That's a big bump.
Sure.
Or everyone in the government fucks kids.
My kids?
I mean, hopefully you can keep your kids out of...
I can
You're,
keep my kids
you're
out of it.
making a Faustian bargain here.
I know, man. I mean, I would rather, I guess, pay more, but I think it's a false dichotomy.
How terrifying is it to be a parent these days, Seth?
It's actually not. It depends on the sphere of influence that we're talking about.
Well,
as my kids get older, I guess I get a little bit more worried about the world they're inheriting, the climate they're inheriting,
worried
not
about
just climate change, but like social climate.
You get worried, but okay, so here's since you're in California, do your kids go to private school?
One does. My son,
Your son.
obviously. The girls, they don't matter, so they go to public.
They go to public.
Yeah, no. But that's how it's just delineated. But we're probably moving my son to public school.
Oh, interesting.
Next year.
Now, in California, do you feel like the fear of a school shooting is significantly less than if we were in like gun state?
You know, I actually don't know. There was a report about kids getting stabbed outside of a Burbank high school.
But would you rather?
Absolutely. If you're
much
gonna
easier
deal with
much
a stabbing.
You'd be much less scared if there was an active stabber,
of course,
on campus.
that's the Chris Rock joke from Tambourine.
Oh, does he have active? He has an active stabber joke.
Yeah. Where he's like, if you heard of 60 people being stabbed, it's like by the fourth person, you're like, I think that's on them. To not get out.
Yeah.
Versus a shooting. There's still a palpable fear for me with my kids going to school in California of a shooting. That's still
it's palpable.
It's less, but it is significantly less.
Because I've legitimately thought I've legitimately thought at times about getting a gun, and then I start to look into it. I'm like, it's fucking hard out here.
It is hard.
I just won't shoot all those people.
The paperwork to get the revenge I want.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It gives you the time to cool down.
It does,
because they're not. I'm making a joke about that, obviously, but there are like moments where I like think about self-defense things.
Yeah,
and I go, maybe now feels like a time where it would be better to have a gun. Do you have a gun?
No.
Okay. Now it feels like a time where it'd be better to have a gun. And I start to look and I'm like, it is a pain in the fucking ass out here.
Right.
If I was in Texas, I'd just go get a gun.
Yeah.
Like
but
whatever gun I want.
Yeah, sure. But there are different forms of self-defense that are arguably maybe not, I don't know, in the grand scheme of things, just as effective as a gun, right? like you can get stun guns or like pellet guns. I think most of those
comparably effective.
Yeah. Like, they're not going to kill somebody, but they will dissuade and protect.
Here's like the other problem with a gun. I'm like, at what point do I decide the gun is like, we're getting the gun?
Yeah.
What? Not purchasing, but like I'm in a gun-like situation.
And arguably, it's too late already.
At the
right?
point,
like that situation.
At the point at which I'm like, because like just the other day, so we didn't record earlier this week.
Yeah.
Because in the middle of the night, I live in Hollywood Boulevard. I wake up at 3 a.m. There's some, I'm assuming, unhoused man.
Yeah.
In maybe my backyard or my next door neighbor's backyard,
right,
listening to a radio very loud that is doing some audio documentary about black Israelites and the Jews, and I'm just hearing outside my window, it's like, and the Jews did, and the Nuremberg trials.
So it was a negative. documentary?
It was hard to tell, but it was not fun to hear the Jews
At 3 a.m.
at 3:30 a.m. outside my window coming from God knows where.
Yeah.
But I don't think if I had the gun, I still don't think I'm walking outside
With the gun.
Yeah. Because of this.
Yeah,
So
fair
if
enough.
not that, at what point?
I know.
I
Well-
guess at the point at which I start to hear the Nuremberg trials Jews radio stuff inside
In
the
house. Yeah, when the call's coming from in the house. But then
when
arguably
the anti-Semitic documentary's coming from inside the house.
But then arguably it's already too late. You
Well-
should have bought the gun before.
Oh no! I should have. No,
You know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
I'm saying if I owned the gun already, like
Yes.
I wouldn't go outside with the gun, but now I have the gun
But what
in my
would
room.
be my question? I guess the way I took your question first was, what would be the event that would push you to buy the gun? And I think arguably that event, it's now too late.
Oh well,
You know what I mean?
I've regularly thought because of recent stuff,
Maybe now's the time.
Go down with a fight.
Yeah, but you haven't purchased the
But
gun
I think
yet.
I
So
think
what
like
I'm saying is,
I also think the
Yeah.
things that I think about actually having a gun for, the things that most push me to thinking about getting a gun,
Yeah.
are things where, in spite of the gun, I will die.
right? Yeah, it doesn't
But
matter what you have.
It's less about at this point. The gun for me is less about dying than taking some people with me.
We will not go quietly into that.
Yeah, like I'm like
Yeah.
the government, like sending people after me because
Right.
of stuff I've posted on Threads.
Which they care so deeply about.
I don't know. Some of them are getting pretty popular.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Josh is going viral. That's
but
funny. Yeah, I do have a worry about my kids, but also when they're smaller, you have complete control over their sphere of influence.
But this world we have right now, I guess all these things were going on in the world, but it was nicer when we didn't know. Like you got school shootings,
Yeah.
You got government-run pedophile rings,
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Like it's
Yeah,
it's
don't intern at
you've
the
got
White House.
Climate change. You've
Yeah.
got lots of terrifying shit to deal
Yeah.
with as a parent.
Yeah, I mean, I also think there's just social ideas out
AI,
AI, what's
like,
real, what's not real.
Never in the history, never in my life, and maybe this is true of as time progresses, and I think we talked about this already on the podcast.
We might have.
But never have there been more apocalypse scenarios on the horizon.
Sure.
We're staring down the barrel.
I mean, the book of Revelation was a revelation. And it's happening. It's going to happen.
but
And whose side are you going to be on, Josh?
again,
that's
there
the
are
question.
logical fallacies. There are logical fallacies
Yeah.
in it. Like I don't like you. So the
wait.
idea
Hold
of
on a
spending
second.
eternity with nothing but a
Hold
bunch
on.
of Seths. No, I'm kidding. I love Seth. I love
Man,
Seth.
that's
I love
hilarious.
Seth.
Well,
Seth does a good job. I wouldn't say you do a good job. I mean, maybe you do, but in my opinion, you don't make me want to be a Mormon at all.
okay.
But you do make me think they're not so bad.
All right, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
I do
We're just fighting bigotry. One
I'm
baby
like,
step at
maybe-
a time.
Maybe I'll do a podcast with a Scientologist.
Oh,
someday.
wow. Yeah.
It's all the same
I'm the
to me.
gateway drug to
But
acceptance
it's all
for you.
all religion is
All of it?
nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Even
Like,
Judaism.
It's nuts.
All of it.
It's
okay.
nuts. It's nuts.
Fair enough.
It's all nut. Like I understand it. I understand its existence.
Yeah.
I'm not an atheist,
Uh-huh.
but I just think because that's nuts too.
That's nuts too?
It's all
So
nuts.
what is out there? Do you believe in an afterlife?
If I were to actually say what I really believe,
Yeah.
is I just believe in particles.
Okay.
I think we're all just. I think you ever just look at a microscope zooming in on the particles.
Yeah.
Man, at a certain
Just
point,
like
it
these
look-
little
At a certain
vibrating-
point, it just looks like the solar system.
Sure.
It looks the same as if you just zoom out really far.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we are an atom on top of a neutron
Yeah.
in something
But those-
much larger than us.
Yeah.
Like
But how do you make sense of your consciousness? Is there something eternal to your consciousness? Something special to that? piece of you?
I mean, I was a philosophy major
Yeah.
in college, and I would say that like the biggest takeaway from philosophy is that the more I learned, the less I knew.
Yeah, well, that's
And
because
that's-
philosophy's garbage. But
Well, there's belief, but belief is such a like there's the Descartes, like Trump probably thinks he's the only person actually alive.
that would explain a lot of
He
how
probably
he
just
acts.
looks at everything. It's like some game.
You're fake. You're fake.
You fake. You phony. You piece of shit.
No matter. It's
I
just
think,
me.
therefore, I am.
Yeah, and I'm
You
the
know,
only
maybe
one.
Trump's a
I'm the
figment
best.
of
I'm the
my
only one.
imagination. I don't think schizophrenic people are necessarily wrong.
Okay. Wow.
They're viewing like a
Well, I mean, in a way, we all
we're
have
all just interpreting
different
like
voices
the thing,
in our
and,
head, right?
And there's dimensions we can't perceive.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Oh,
and-
absolutely. I think that's where angels live. But okay, so not really. There's nothing really eternal for you to this consciousness that we have.
I hope. I think.
Yeah,
I think. I hope.
yeah.
I hope. I
Fair
think.
enough. Yeah, fair
You
enough.
know, this conscious. Maybe we'll be reincarnated. Maybe we're.
I'll tell you what. It's not a maybe. We're coming back, baby.
You believe in
I
Mormons
believe in
reincar-
resurrection, not reincarnation. A little bit
Resurrection.
different.
So you believe we're going to be zombies?
Yeah. The brainless undead. That's what I'm talking about.
The brainless undead.
Yeah.
Quick ad read. Today's episode is brought to you by Epstein Island. Looking for a getaway. Looking for a fun Club Med-esque experience. Are you a billionaire? Go to Epstein Island. There is lots of fun to be had. And
By all ages.
what they say, Epstein Island, their slogan, much like Vegas, what happens on Epstein Island comes out in emails years and years and years later when you thought it was behind you. Epstein Island. Up. And that was the government. That was the
Listening
government
in.
letting us know,
Dude.
that we are
You said
listening.
You said Epstein too many times, and like
And-
Beetlejuice.
They
were like, what?
Sometimes I think
What?
that person outside my window was like just like a fucking CIA guy holding a Jew radio.
You're not podcasting
station.
tomorrow, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin that for you.
we heard that Zoran shit you didn't release.
I know what you got planned for
We're
tomorrow.
listening- we're
That's
listening
not
to
happening.
all of it. You look back sometimes at like Stalin and like Hitler and like it's borderline, like it's impressive that Hitler found all the Jews.
I mean, in all fairness, it is, I suppose.
I'm just like, you didn't have this technology.
Yeah.
And you just like, he was able to round them all up.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It
It's
is.
scary.
I
It's
mean-
scary to think about how far the technology has come to
Sure.
round us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's also like embarrassing.
But a lot of Jews are also not very quiet. You're all famous. You're all out there.
Seth is so done. Seth is so done. But it's kind of almost embarrassing for the current attempted roundup at how bad they're kind of doing with all. It's kind of just
Yeah.
like, I remember like being younger and like computers. Not being new, but like personal computers
Yeah.
and the internet coming out, and like
Sure.
thinking to myself at a certain point, like, fuck, the next generation's going to surpass us so much because they have all this at their fingertips. I had no idea it was going to make them all idiots.
Yeah.
And that
Dumber, less connected.
dumber, less connected
Yes.
people. And it's almost like despite all of the advanced technology we have,
Yeah.
we're so much less efficient. Like it's much like you're much more efficient finding the Jews when you have to go to a hall of records and like take out a thing and find their address and then like on your phone, why isn't the thing working?
Yeah. But, he also, Hitler mobilized all of the non-Jews to point out who their Jewish friends and neighbors were.
Because he did good things for the economy, and that's
Right.
why they were willing to do it.
I mean, it's
Trump's
You think
big
that's what-
failure is like he's
He's
done
not delivering
he's
the economy?
done nothing to benefit
Trump is just
anyone.
like, where are the Jews? And everyone's like, what have you done for us?
What have you done?
We're not going to point out
telling
who they
you,
are.
you fucking idiot.
Oh, what do you want? $2,000? I'll give you all $2,000.
Say what you will about Hitler.
Oh, no. This is weird.
but he wasn't a pedophile. I don't know. He probably was a pedophile. He probably was a pedophile too.
Oh man, that is like a battle of the titans. The worst pedophile you can think of, or Hitler. Who's worse?
What's worse? Killing 6 million people or
Yes,
molesting 6 million children?
I killed everyone who was of age.
No, he killed a lot of kids too. He killed a lot of fucking kids.
Yes, he did, but he didn't touch them before he did it.
Just to be clear, I'm not a fan of Hitler.
Clip that. You're going to need that when all of the pro-Hitler stuff you've said comes out.
I remember when I was making my documentary and I was interviewing Andy Kindler, I had asked Andy if he would just do some stand-up for B-roll.
Yeah.
And one of his jokes is Trump and Hitler are exactly the same, except Hitler was a veteran.
Oh, my gosh. Whew, that's wild. I spent some of my time last night listening to Kill Tony stuff, and no one came up with a joke that good for their minute,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the Kindler's.
I mean, amazing.
Kindler's incredible.
Yeah. So, let's see. What were we talking about before? My wife. Oh, Gen Z. My wife and I were just.
Do you watch Kill Tony?
No, I don't. Not regularly. There are some things that'll pop up in my YouTube feed about.
And you've been on, right?
Yeah. When it was in L.A.
In L.A., but you've been on.
Yeah.
I never did Kill Tony.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I mean,
I showed up a couple times and never got pulled.
Yeah, fair enough. It hasn't made my career, so. My wife and I were talking about the Gen Z thing because we're both religious and we think that celibacy is a great thing, but Gen Z is now
overly celibate.
Well, it's they're celibate, but it's for the wrong reason. You know what I mean? It's the right end, but it's because they're so socially awkward and disconnected. It's not because they believe in the chastity and the value of it. They just are scared to talk to each other.
Philosophically, that's a Kantian morality that you're looking at.
Right.
Because there's Kant would break down that there's doing something because it's the right thing to do, doing the right thing because you're worried about getting caught, or doing the wrong thing because you can,
right?
In a stealing scenario,
yeah.
And now with chastity, you're you believe in chastity if you're doing it for the right reason,
yeah.
But you don't believe in chastity in this.
No, I'm saying that it's great. I think it will hopefully be good for society as long as they also outgrow this fear of talking to each other. This fear of actual connection.
Now, is the church against masturbation?
Yes.
You are against masturbation.
Yeah, call it self-abuse.
Self-abuse.
Yeah.
So we don't self-abuse ever, Seth?
I mean, never.
Never self-abused.
Yeah. No, past tense? No, I've definitely dealt with that. I've definitely had that issue.
Yeah.
But
present tense, no problems.
I mean, I wouldn't say no problem. More money, more problems.
I guess that sort of answers my next question.
Yeah.
Then.
But you asked what the church's stance is, and
now
if
you're masturbating, okay. Here's another question:
yeah.
If you're masturbating, are you not being celibate?
I think you are.
The church wants everyone to be walking around like this all the time.
No, obviously not. But also, you don't have to walk around like that just because you haven't ejaculated. The church is all about, and the gospel is all about. Okay, well, maybe if you're a little hedonistic beast like you, then you just have to do certain things.
Have you seen Reed stand up? Who's horny?
Well, I know he and Maddie Chimber. Have you seen Maddie Chimber
Does
stand
Maddie
up?
do that? No.
Maddie just says, "I'm so horny right now." Anybody else? There's definitely an animal instinct within us, right? We have the biology to procreate. So there's those wants and desires for sure, but the gospel is about rising above that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have a prescriptive, you shouldn't do it.
If you're watching the show, masturbate.
Oh, God.
Just do it. You're gonna be you're gonna do. The people who don't masturbate are some of the worst people. Because there's a rage in them. I remember Tim Tebow was just bulldozing through, and people were he's not good at football. How's he doing this? Because he hadn't ejaculated. He's just fucking
yeah.
barreling through monsters.
do you
'cause
remember-
at least he had the outlet for his rage on the football field. But if you don't have the outlet for your rage like Tim Tebow, you're going to do something terrible. People who shoot up schools are doing it because they're horny.
You
That's
think
like
they're
my-
not
that's
masturbating, those kids?
Like the kids that shoot up schools?
Yeah, you think they're not masturbating?
I think they are, but I do think they're great. I think if they weren't masturbating, it'd be worse. I think there'd be more of them.
There'd be better shots, or there'd be
I just
more
think
of
there'd be
them?
more of them.
Interesting.
I think because it's pent up, you get pent up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just need it. I
Oh,
just need to
of course.
fucking-
I'm
you
not
just
saying that desire's not there.
You gotta literally unload.
Literally. I
You gotta
understand that. I understand that. But, that should be what drives us to find our soulmate or our partner,
Yeah, but
that beautiful union should be what we're striving for.
These kids need to just get they're so fucking horny, and if they're not masturbating, they're gonna shoot somebody.
Oh man, I love where this conversation is gone.
No one's ever. It's my joke. It's one of my best jokes. Like,
Yeah.
nobody's ever shot up a school, but we're like, everyone's trying to fuck me.
I know it
That's
is.
not
It is a good joke.
because it's
It
true.
is a good joke.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it really answers my next question. But okay, but we can be masturbating and celibate.
I think so, unless you really subscribe to the idea that Jesus puts in the New Testament, which is if you lust after a woman in your heart, you've already committed adultery.
What if you're jerking off to dudes?
Then you're gay. And that is a different issue.
That's a different issue.
But I think technically, absolutely, you're celibate for all intents
But
and
you're
purposes.
committing adultery even if the woman you're lusting after is single?
Well, fornication, I suppose. The adultery in your heart is, I think, if you lust after another person's, and you're married, you lust after another
Okay, but
person.
if you're single, if you're a 17-year-old,
yeah, well, it's still
16-year-old
fornication. It's
kid.
outside of the bonds of marriage.
Gotcha.
you know.
Okay, so.
But I think for all
you're-
intents and purposes, yeah, you're still celibate
Okay.
if you're just masturbating.
New question.
Okay.
Sex robots.
All right. What about?
Can you be fucking sex robots but celibate?
I think so, because it's not a person.
But what if it's so fucking real looking?
I mean, you can go after the illusion of reality, but I think it's still not a real person.
So it's okay. The Mormon Church is okay. With
I
sex
think.
okay.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I think you can have this idolation of the robot that becomes now non-celibate. Like you can fall in love with a thing.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's probably not celibate unless you're, I guess, married to that thing. I'm curious. Are people going to start marrying these robots?
Are you just trying to find loopholes for sex robots?
I'm not trying to find loopholes for sex robots. I don't, but
So if you love,
if they came my way,
new question:
yeah.
if you love and marry a sex robot,
Yes, and then have sex with
and then
another
have
sex robot.
have sex with that sex robot.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I don't think so. No, no, I don't think so. What do you need, Josh? Do you need a sex robot? You don't need my permission for this. I'm
just curious
you
about
do whatever it is you want to do.
The religion's got to contend with this brave new world,
Yeah.
Jesus didn't say anything about the fucking internet. He didn't.
No.
Jesus says no. There's
That's true.
nothing in the Bible about Pornhub.
No, there's not. Yeah, not specifically, I suppose.
Is there anything in the Bible about pedophilia? I mean, other than them doing it.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, Jesus, I think, does talk about those who offend the little ones. It would be better that they
At
had
what
a
point are they?
millstone.
But we were
tied
also
around
like,
their neck.
and at 13 years old, you are a man. and for girls in Judaism, and for girls, 12.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the bar and bat mitzvahs are all
All
about.
right, baby, you're a woman.
Time to get you married.
Time to get.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a societal impact on some of what we consider normal and
Do you
appropriate.
think we'll raise the age? Because I guess
Of consent?
Well, no. But I'm just saying, biblically, 12 and 13.
Yeah.
Were a man and a woman
Yeah.
in that time, which I don't know for sure, but I imagine they were like, all right, get a job.
I would. Yeah. Yes. Probably.
You're working now.
I mean, most of them were working before then, right?
Sure.
Family
sure.
farms
But
or
you're- but
trade
you-
or
but
whatever.
They decided you're an adult, and I imagine.
Yeah. Now
and
it's
I
time.
don't know. I'm not an expert, but I do imagine that
Yeah.
that meant like you're an adult now.
Yeah. I think there were certain
Um,
responsibilities that came. Yeah.
And now we're like 18.
Right. Or
21 to
21.
drink.
Yeah. Which is anyway. Yes.
But
The age of consent on the internet, 13 for getting into certain emails or websites or whatever, that should be raised. 13 should not be.
what kind of websites are you getting into at 13?
I just mean you can sign like terms of agreement. Age of 13 is kind of the age of accountability for the internet in our country, and that should be raised,
Yeah.
right? I think that's crazy. So that should be raised. I don't know if 18 will be raised.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it should be lowered. Get them in the draft earlier.
What are
No, I
your
have no
feelings?
idea.
So one of the articles, one of the emails that dropped
Yeah.
apparently says that Epstein said he spent Thanksgiving
Right.
of 2017
Yeah.
when Trump was already president
Yeah.
with Trump.
Yeah. I mean, that's wild.
If true,
It's also, I think, said that Epstein introduced or that Melania and Trump met at an
Through
Epstein
Epstein.
party or through him somehow.
do you believe Melania was sex trafficked through Epstein?
I don't know if she was sex trafficked, but he might have made some sort of connection for them.
Now I'm always murky on the exact.
It does not make
definition of
sense
sex
how she is
trafficking.
so hot and he is not, How did they get together?
Well, he's
also rich,
Man,
yes.
I mean, have you seen some of these green card girls?
I
And
know.
like the
That's
guys
my
they're
point,
with?
though. That's my point.
You're a hot babe.
Yeah.
from
Yes.
Brazil,
But she stayed
and
with
you
him.
Want U.S. citizenship?
Yeah, but she
so
stayed
you
with
find
him.
a guy that looks like me.
I
You have
understand.
sex with him a few. Yeah, now Trump's like terrifying Hitler-esque power.
She could have gotten out so much earlier, though.
Oh yeah, that would have gone well for. That would go well for her. in this
You think
country.
he would have had her killed? What do you mean? He was a reality star.
I don't think people.
There's nothing better
I don't
for
think
ratings
people
than a divorce.
Fully grasp what I fully grasp about Trump.
Okay.
and many people do.
Yeah.
The country is currently being run by the mafia, not the Italian mafia
Yeah.
of Goodfellas, but the Trump mafia. They are a crime family. They are stealing money through cryptocurrency. Trump probably had my. I don't know this, but my personal opinion is probably that Trump had a bigger hand in Epstein Island than just being a visitor of it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Your best bud is the guy who runs Epstein Island. You're not even my best bud, and I'm doing a podcast with you. We're
That's
doing
true.
this together.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I think he's not only a member, but he's
I mean, maybe so.
it's just they're
And I say,
people like
yeah,
Trump,
lock them all up.
People like Trump and Elon, in my opinion, are trying to get all the money in the world, and eventually there is going to be no more money. It's going to be the more they take, the more meaningless money becomes.
Okay.
And not in a good way, not in the good way of money being meaningless.
But why would they? I mean, so these two men who have thrived, quote unquote, thrived in a capitalist society, why would they want all of the money?
Because
there has to be,
because
but there has to be some money that
sickness.
people can spend for them. You know what I mean?
But it's sick. It's sickness at this point.
There
are sicknesses, and you are looking at the people with the greatest sicknesses of hoarding wealth.
Yeah.
Wealth hoarding sickness.
Yeah, just
It's
pure unadulterated
$1
greed.
trillion pay package.
I mean,
for what?
Yeah.
For what?
Sure.
For what?
For making Tesla the best company in the world.
It's been hemorrhaging money.
He's valued at $1 trillion now.
It's
in stock options. It's all tied to whether or not the company does better. I'm not saying that's great, but if a group of people, if a group of shareholders,
no one
are
should have
saying
$1 billion.
But you
let
don't
alone,
think you don't think a
let
rising
alone
tide
$1,000 billion.
and you don't think a rising tide lifts all boats? You don't think if Tesla's doing better, other companies are also doing better. and employees are doing better? You don't think any of that raises
Stocks are through the roof. Companies are making tons of money. Americans are suffering like never before, like not since the 20s. Like my health insurance is about to skyrocket.
Yeah.
I felt like I was making a good enough amount of money not that long ago. I don't feel that way anymore.
Yeah.
Like
That's because you've bought into that propaganda.
I just don't. My bank account has been dwindling.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, it is hard. It is hard to be a regular. I am making an amount of money that I once thought of as like my goal.
Hey, I hear you. I had to rent this suit today.
And that goal amount of money isn't cutting it anymore. And I'm not like living my life in any lavish. I have 2 roommates.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah. No, I totally understand. Yeah. I understand. I believe that a rising tide does raise all boats. I think people will be better off.
When has that been proven to be true?
Well, I feel like most of the American history, certainly after World War II, with the end of the Great Depression, has been better. I mean, the quality of life that we have now
the way we pulled out of
is
the great,
better.
The way we
I know
pulled
you're going to go
out
to
of the Great
I know you're going to go to the Great New Deal.
Is through.
I know.
Is through a combination of socialism in the Great New Deal.
Sure.
And a time when industry, divided amongst many companies, not monopolies, was creating things to fight a war.
Yeah, and in all honesty, I think more competition would be better. You know, that's why we split up the AT&T Bell companies, is because it was too powerful of a monopoly. And we should probably do that.
There is
more.
A finite amount of money. Money doesn't work without it. There's a finite amount of money. You can print as many dollars. You can print as many dollars as you want.
Yeah.
Its meaning is in its.
You have a scarcity outlook.
You have
on the world. You think that there is so much pie, and that someone getting more of it means you get less.
Well, I think that that's the way it's felt by someone like Elon, like that.
Yeah, but how he feels about it isn't dictatorial of reality.
What human being needs $1 trillion for what?
Well,
what singular human being?
Yeah. No, fair enough. I don't know that, and arguably, why would he need $1 trillion? He already has so much money, right?
Conceptualize what $1 trillion
it's ridiculous
can do for the world.
Well, of course, but our debt is $1 trillion. At
Take
least,
it from
right?
Elon. We're like 30 or 300. I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
I know. But my point is, like, yes, that amount of money.
Well, that's why the military spending is good. You're gonna collect your debt. You're gonna collect your debt, huh?
Come get it.
Come and get it, motherfuckers.
Oh man, I just don't think that there is this scarcity outlook. I think that people in the 1930s, 40s, 50s did not have
more money. Why can't people be paid a living wage?
Well, and
why can't people get health insurance?
Sure, and those are all I think.
There is a scarcity outlook. There's a scarcity of affordable health care. There's a scarcity of homes that are affordable.
Yeah.
There's a scarcity of food
for
people.
I think Trump should get rid of a lot of these tariffs. Right, because I think that's creating a real bottleneck problem in production.
But I've looked at. I was around in the 90s when there weren't this level of monopolization in the world. Not this level. Amazon and the consolidation of these media companies, the consolidation of these, there is an insane amount of monopolization going on, getting worse with the corruption we have right now.
Yeah.
And in the 90s, people could buy homes. You didn't see people starving to the degree you see them starving today. Healthcare was an issue, but not like it's not as expensive as it is now.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to look at the statistics of, that problem. How many people? I think there are kind of two problems. One is there's the wealth distribution problem that a lot of people go to as being evidence of a problem. I think there's also just how many people are underneath the poverty line, and where is that poverty line? And I don't know those statistics from the 90s versus today.
Underneath the
I don't
poverty
know.
line working multiple jobs.
Yes,
And that
right.
shouldn't be okay. And there's a scarcity of jobs.
Yeah.
Like everyone I know is fucking unemployed, and I'm employed, and I thought doing well, and I feel like I'm feeling the squeeze.
Yeah, but we're also in like, I don't think that California is a huge economy, and it's been run by Democrats for a very long time. So if the Democrat system worked, wouldn't California be better off than the rest of the country? And what you're describing is that it's worse off.
But I mean, listen. I'm going to give you what's the term for like when it's my perspective and it's not based on statistics?
Anecdotal.
I'm going to give you anecdotal evidence, but
Yes.
I'm also going to point to legitimate evidence.
Sure. Yeah.
When Biden was president,
Yes.
most of my friends were employed.
Yeah.
In the last year,
Yeah.
I've watched many of my friends become unemployed.
Yeah.
Many.
Yeah.
And during the Biden administration, albeit we were coming out of COVID,
Right.
numbers were skyrocketing for jobs, for increased number of jobs.
Yeah.
Trump is not even allowing
Okay.
job reports anymore because of how many people are losing their jobs.
Well, all those numbers were wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to say that like it's one thing for jobs to become stabilized
Sure.
and employment to become stabilized, and there's a certain amount of unemployment.
Yeah.
But like for unemployment to be like
Tanking.
cratering,
Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah. Well, I think
especially while you see people getting $1 trillion pay package.
Yes.
While you see Trump paying himself $200 million for wrongful
Right. I mean, I
laws
don't-
from his
that
justice.
hasn't gone
We're
through.
we're looking at corruption the likes of which we've never seen. Never mind the fact that they ran a fucking pedophile cabal.
Okay, there's so much to address there, I think. One is the jobs numbers are often corrected after the fact as well. There's an initial release, and it's only an estimate, and then they are almost always corrected.
Yeah, but
and they have almost always been
but
corrected
I
in the negative, even during the Biden administration.
But I would like to point out,
And things are
I would like to
definitely-
point out that in conjunction,
Sure.
in
Understood.
accord
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it,
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I've watched as the job numbers have gone down.
Yes.
In the government's
Yes.
analysis, I've watched my friends become unemployed.
Right, I understand that.
As the job numbers were going up,
Yes.
I watched my friends
Yeah,
get employed.
yeah.
I got employed in that time.
Good for you. I think that there's a lot of factors for why those numbers are going down. I think a big part of that factor is Trump's tariffs. That has been really problematic.
Yeah, I lost one of my favorite magic tricks.
Yeah.
Accidentally, like it did
Oh,
a show,
no.
and I just left it and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'll just order a new one. And I found out that it was a discontinued product. And it was like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
So I went scouring the internet.
Of course.
And I found a place in like Taiwan that was like a little magic shop that had
That
the
does
thing.
it. Yeah.
And I ordered it. And they sent it to me, and then it didn't get to me for whatever reason.
Sure.
And I met and they said, "Oh, it was returned to us in the mail." And they were like, "Oh, well, can you send it again?" They're like, "I'm sorry, with the tariff situation right now, I just can't send stuff to America anymore."
Yeah. I mean, I think, production costs have gone way up in a lot of industries because of the tariffs. It's not been great. So that has led to a lot of unemployment, I think. Also, and that's a problem. That is a problem.
But we constantly look at these rich motherfuckers
Sure.
go on TV and in their like multi-$1,000 suits.
Yeah.
Telling us
Much like
that
this one.
telling us that we're greedy, that you can't pay people a living wage while they're getting like
Tons and tons of money.
obscene wealth.
Sure.
And it's just it's like look. I'm not a socialist.
Yeah.
And I am not a capitalist, but I think I probably lean towards capitalism, but there needs to be a middle ground.
Yeah.
There is too much suffering in this country right now.
Sure.
And there is too much hoarding of the wealth, and there are too many winners of the game at this point. It's like Monopoly's over, but we're still playing.
Yeah.
That's how I.
We're on the cusp end of Monopoly.
We're on the cusp end of Monopoly.
There's one player who owns all the railroads. Someone else owns all the lower cost properties, and they got hotels, and it's just us with our 5s and 10s.
Even, I mean, in Altadena right now, people are telling, like I was talking, people are saying it's like, land developers are buying it all up. It's like, oh, too bad your whole city burned down. Now it's ours.
Yeah.
Now it's owned by.
Yeah, well, and a lot of those people are selling because they want to leave. They want to go somewhere else that's less costly. California has a pretty high tax rate for state taxes. I think there's a lot of factors that go into it. I think that, but I agree with you. There should be more of a middle ground, and maybe that's taxing the wealthy. But I also don't trust the way our government spends money.
But taxing somebody who makes $1 trillion, 90% of their if you tax Elon Musk's,
but it's also
if you I just want to be clear. I know 90% is a scary number.
Sure.
But if you tax $1 trillion at 90%, that person gets $100 billion.
Right.
$100 billion.
Yeah.
Is that wrong? That $900 billion gets kept from people who are starving?
I don't know that it's kept from them. All of this money.
What share? Have you ever seen Elon Musk's?
Cycles.
Have you ever seen Elon Musk's foundation website?
I have not.
Oh, it's a white page.
Yeah.
With like 3 sentences at the top, like Elon Musk's foundation. It's
so you think he's giving no money?
He is
at
the
all.
greediest mother. Him and Trump are the greediest motherfuckers in the world.
Yeah.
There is only one thing they understand, and it's greed. And Elon's got mental illness where they both have God complex, but they've got this.
Sure.
Elon's convinced himself it's for the greater good that he's the richest person in the world.
Sure. I guess
and he's getting most of that money through. The money's coming from government contracts. It's all corruption. Tesla. What has
Tesla
done?
But the $1 trillion is not
Tesla
government
done
contracts
for our life.
Yes,
Tesla's getting money. Tesla's being
the company itself has a lot of money through government contracts.
Tesla's not making $1 trillion from people.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, they have, I think, worldwide sales of the electric car. So I don't know, but they also aren't just involved in the automobile industry. They're doing solar panels. They're doing all sorts of things. I think there are 2 things.
Yes, but a lot of those things are from government contracts.
Sure. The money isn't just going into their bank account and staying there forever. It's also not going to their bank account in one big lump sum.
Yeah, I understand that, but I just and then you don't tax their stock holdings. Well, no, tax it.
Yeah.
Tax it.
Fair enough.
Force
fair
them
enough.
to sell and be taxed on this stuff. The money can't just the money. There is too much to be done in the world for the money to just be sitting somewhere.
I know, but that's my point. Is I don't think the money is just sitting somewhere.
Yeah,
it's valued. The stock is valued at a certain price, but it's not like that money is just sitting there.
Not coming for your money.
No.
Seth.
You are coming for my money. I'm just trying to explain that I think people have this idea that there's this big bag of money that's just being handed over to 10 people, and then they just keep it, and they don't distribute it, and that's it. But that money is going back into the economy in investments, in buildings, in jobs, and that's anyway. I think there should be some more taxes on the rich. Absolutely, there should be a better middle ground.
Okay, something between 8 to 800 people.
Mm-hmm.
So 8. The funny thing is that the The lowest end of this is 8.
Yeah.
Something figures between 8 to 800 people control 50% of the world's wealth, according to AI.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
There are 8 billion people. One billionth controls 50% of the money in the world.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't be controlled by that few people. It shouldn't be controlled by them.
Yeah.
I get that they're building buildings and stuff, but other people can build buildings. They're
Yeah. I mean, they could, I suppose.
Who needs these buildings? I walk around Los Angeles. I see empty buildings all over the place.
I mean, I agree. I agree.
We don't need these. I see homeless people on the street and empty apartment complexes above them because they can't afford that.
Problem. It's not that. No. Okay, so the homelessness issue is also a separate one from the housing issue.
I understand.
Do you?
Yeah,
because
I do. But at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but there's a lot of just personal responsibility and choice that is not being taken into account with the homelessness issue, and I think that
certainly
it's a problem.
But there could be,
but
some of that $1 trillion could be being put towards mental health.
I agree with you 100%. Absolutely. I'm just saying that there's also the top 1% that pays already 80 to 90% of the taxes already. So,
yeah, well, they should pay 95.
Fair enough.
But that money
should be spent better.
That money
That's
goes
my
right
point.
back into their pocket when they get a big tax cut from Trump, and when they take away my health insurance.
You can't. No. That money is gone. That money goes to the government and it's spent.
On what at this point?
Well, on Medicaid, Medicare, and military.
Medicaid's just been
Those
cut.
are the two.
Medicaid's just been cut.
I know, but Medicaid, Medicare makes up 55% of our budget.
Great. Well, they just cut a bunch. There's going to be more dying. Don't worry. We're solving the homeless problem by killing them all. We found a solution. No more Medicaid.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm about to do my covered California health insurance because I don't get health insurance through my job.
Yeah.
And that's going to be another squeeze on me.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna that I can't afford, that I don't need.
I know. Yeah. My wife's employer, who I get health insurance through, they are changing their whole health insurance structure because of these cuts. Yes.
Why are we the only country of like developed nations that are?
I understand, and at the same time, we're also the leading innovator in pharmaceutical drugs and healthcare.
Yeah, but
practices.
we can still be that.
There should be better middle ground. I agree with you.
I've always felt, and I think this was the original plan for Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, before fucking Joe Lieberman nixed it.
Messed it up.
Bought out fucking piece of shit. Fuck Joe Lieberman. Fucking piss on your grave, you piece of shit. There should be a public option, and there should be private insurance, just like there's public school and private school.
Yeah.
There. I don't disagree with benefits to being rich.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Yeah.
It's good to have something to aspire to.
Sure.
But it's also important to take care of people the best we can. And the best we can is having a Medicare for all system where you can go to the doctor when you're sick, that you can get health care when you need it. And it might not be the greatest in the world, and you might have problems going to it. And if you can afford better, awesome.
Yeah.
But here is an option.
Yeah, I agree. The difficulty is just finding that lower tier option that's still accessible and acceptable to those who need it.
Is it fair
at a cost-effective
that the
rate?
Because again, I also question things about the innovations. Like, sure, we have a lot of innovations, but what's the capitalistic goals for these innovations? It often seems like that because of capitalism, the goal of innovation is treatment, not cure.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So
I agree. I agree with you.
You create a system where cure is more valuable.
Yes.
Then you start to have the medical
people
innovations
addicted
go
to a
towards
treatment.
Cure.
Yeah, you want people addicted to a treatment rather than cured. I think it is a real problem.
The increased tax revenue can then be used to go towards medical advancements, like it has. Insulin came from government funding. Some
Yeah.
of the, and then it somehow became a private thing.
Yeah. Well, the patent eventually goes away, and people can then buy into the creation of it, right? Like they can then act on that.
But how can someone own it? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know the nit and grit details. But
yeah.
the point being, the tax money that goes to this public option and things can be put towards finding cures rather than finding treatments.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
All right, and on that, I mean, a very animated episode.
This has been all
of
over the
show.
map.
We
went
was
everywhere.
Some funny stuff, you know. I've been Josh Edelman. This is Tucker Carlson. Thank you so much for joining us on the latest episode of The Mormon and the Jew.
Russia
Until
has it
next
right.
week.